things I used to care about before I was a mom, oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. I have a kid now, right? Get somebody else to do it. If you have to cut some people off just so you can focus and be in the right state of mind so you can be the best mom that you can be, so be it. Hey everyone, I'm Steph and welcome to my channel, Stylish Junk. So in this video, I want to give you a few advice and tips for first-time moms. One of the things you experience when you do become a first-time mom will be a lack of sleep. When I had my daughter, the amount of sleep that I got was a shock to my system. I barely got any sleep. I had to feed her every 2 hours, right? So I wasn't used to that. I was used to just sleeping straight throughout the night, getting my full 8, 9, 7 hours of sleep. When I tell you I was so sleep deprived, oh my gosh. Woo, I had to get used to it. I really had to get used to waking up every 2 hours to feed because it was something I was not used to. Woo! You're gonna have to get used to that. I know I did hear a lot of people say that you're supposed to sleep when the baby sleeps, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. I didn't even have time to sleep. Like, I had so much to do that even when my baby slept, I was up and doing things, because if I didn't get those things done, it would never get done. So the only time I had time to actually get things done was when she was asleep. So unfortunately, I didn't really sleep when she slept. Another thing when it comes to first-time moms is overbuying. So you need to be careful with overbuying things, because I almost fell into that trap because I was watching videos after videos after videos of things I might need, right? But come to find out that most of those things that you think you need, you won't need. For example, newborn clothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. The baby grows so fast. Don't waste your money on newborn clothing. If you do want to buy newborn clothing, maybe you could buy maybe like one or two sets or something. But to be honest with you, I would actually buy a bigger size. So me personally, I learned really quick that buying smaller sizes didn't really work out for me. So what I would do is I would go up like maybe 4 or 5 sizes up so my baby could grow into it, and you save money. So basically, always buy bigger clothes. Bigger is always better than smaller clothes, so it'll give your baby time to grow into it. Another thing I would recommend when it comes to buying clothing, I would buy onesies, and I would buy the onesies that have zippers, no buttons. When I tell you, when you are doing diaper changes at night, the last thing you want to do is fighting with those buttons to try to take off the onesie. I would recommend the zippers. Zip it down, zip it up, easy peasy. Or me personally, I actually like gowns. The long gowns are just easy, all I gotta do is lift up and change the diaper, and that's it. And look, at night, I'm sleepy, the baby's sleepy, I don't have time to be dealing with buttons. Believe me, you'll thank me later. When it comes to buying things for babies, to me, honestly, I would say number one would be diapers. I feel like diapers, you can never go wrong with gifting somebody diapers. Diapers, you're gonna go through it like crazy. I mean, literally, you're gonna go through a bunch of diapers. So if you want to, tell people like what you would want from your gift registry or whatever, I would recommend diapers, because you're gonna need a whole lot of them. For me personally, I stick to name brand diapers. The only reason I do stick to those brands is because when I tried to go for a cheaper brand of diaper, my baby started to get a rash, right? So I just stopped completely using that brand. So when I switched over to like a brand like Huggies or Pampers, for me, I didn't see any more rashes anymore. So I just stuck to that brand because I felt like it absorbed better. And yeah, so I have diaper cream and I never even had to use it. So if you do happen to experience a lot of rash with maybe like a cheaper diaper brand or whatever the case, maybe switch over to another brand and you might see some different results. Another thing I would recommend is a noise machine. The noise machine was definitely a savior. What a noise machine does, it cancels out like everything else that's going on in the background, so it's like very soothing and calming and just very relaxing, and it helps the baby sleep longer. I like noise machines too because it makes me sleep better at night also. I'm the kind of person where like I need to have like some kind of fan on or some kind of noise in the background to help me sleep better at night. Another thing you should get is a night light. So when it comes to diaper changes at night, the last thing you want to do is turn on that blinding room light that's gonna be too bright and it's gonna wake you up, it's gonna keep the baby up. You don't want any of that stimulation. So I would recommend getting a night light. So that's the only light that you can use, but you can still see what you're doing at night. You know what I mean? So a night light would definitely be a good buy. Another thing I would advise you to get is a baby wrap. When it comes to like trying to do things around the house and the baby keeps crying and fussy and all that, if you get a baby wrap the baby around you, and I'm telling you, a baby wrap is the best thing, one of the best things I definitely would recommend, because I was able to get a lot of things done, you know, wrapping my baby around me, and also it creates bonding time. Another thing I would recommend is a swinging chair. I feel like when it comes to trying to get the baby to sleep, a swinging chair kind of soothes them and helps them get into that sleep mode. So, you know, you can start off, you can, like, let's say you're having issues trying to put the baby to sleep and it won't sleep, put the baby in a swing chair, and you'll see the results quick. Like, the baby just falls asleep, and then you can always, you know, transfer the baby to you know, its crib. But a swinging chair, oh my goodness, the best investment ever. As a first-time mom, also, when you're going to be at home all the time with your baby, it's very important that you go outside sometimes and get some sunlight, get some vitamin D, because, you know, you might kind of be down or moody or whatever you're going through. But if you need like a pickup or a bright you know, little sunshine, vitamin D is very important. You need that vitamin D. The thing I would recommend is if you have a partner, you know, and you need some me time or some self-care time or whatever it is, it's okay. You know, leave the baby with your partner. Let them, you know, take care of some things while you go do your thing, because let me tell you something, you're gonna need some me time just so you can kind of reset. Very important to have that me time and that little break so you don't drive yourself crazy. So if you have a partner, make sure they help out, because believe me, it's gonna make you feel better. Another thing I would advise for mothers, first-time moms, is that if you are having issues with breastfeeding, because it could happen, do not make anyone make you feel bad or guilty of giving your baby formula. And the reason why I say that is because I used to be one of those judgy people where I was like, oh, why would you? I would never, not me, until it happened to me. So you might start out maybe breastfeeding your baby, but something happens where maybe you have a low supply or whatever the case may be, and you still got to feed the baby. So if you got to use formula, so be it, and don't let anyone make you feel guilty about it. At the end of the day, a fed baby is the best baby. I know there's a lot of controversy between the two of their own personal choice or reasons for whatever. At the end of the day, you are the mom, so you have to make the best decision for you. But like I said, as long as the baby's fed, that's the main important thing. Because look, you go outside right now and you look around, do you see anybody that has a sticker on their forehead that says, oh, look at me, I was breastfed as a baby, or look at me, I was formula fed? You can't tell who was breastfed or formula fed, you know what I mean? So it's not a big deal. At the end of the day, it's fine. As long as the baby is getting the food and the nutrients that it needs, please do not stress yourself out. Don't worry about all that outside noise. Just get the baby fed, point blank, period. Which leads to my next point when it comes to advice and constant judgment. Yeah, people do want to help, and it's okay to listen to some advice, but like I said, you know, take the advice only if it applies to you. Every mom's experience and situation is different. You know, maybe they did things one way, that way may not work for your way, you know what I mean? Like, your way might work better, like the way you do things may work for you, and the way that the other mom does things, it might work for her. So it doesn't necessarily mean that just because that advice worked for her doesn't mean necessarily it's going to work for you. So you just have to take it with a grain of salt and see what works for you. You are the mom, so you know what's best for your child. Another thing I want to say is when your baby starts to turn into toddler age, you're definitely going to need a lot of patience. Toddler age is wild and crazy. So you just have to be ready for that, and I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna need a whole bunch of patience. Also, when they reach toddler age, it's gonna be a lot of cleaning. I'm just trying to prepare you for that. You're gonna clean, constant clean. They're gonna dirty it up, clean again. They're gonna make a mess, clean again. The cleaning never stops, okay? And especially when it comes to every meal, breakfast, snack time, lunch, dinner, whatever, whenever they're eating or drinking something, just know that you're gonna clean up after them. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm just letting you know, it's a lot of cleaning. So that's something that you should definitely prepare for. Patience, and get ready to clean a lot. Another advice I would like to give if you're a first-time mom is to follow your instincts. When you become a mother, you basically turn into a mother bear. I mean, you're very protective. You want the best for your child. You want to keep them safe and all that. So if you have your instinct of something and you feel like something's not right, don't let anyone convince you that you're overthinking. It's okay. You know, they may tell you overthinking, you're worried too much, you're doing this. No, that's okay. That's your motherly instinct kicking in. Don't ignore your motherly instinct just to make somebody else more comfortable. If you feeling something in your gut and you feel like, you know, something ain't right, don't ignore it. For example, you might have a neighbor that, they seem sweet, they seem kind, they're smiling in your face, and maybe they might offer to, maybe they want to babysit your baby for a while or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying, if your gut and your instinct is telling you, I don't know about that, you should follow that. Unfortunately, we live in a world where people only show you who they want to show you, and you don't really know what's really going on in the back of their heads. People don't really portray who they really are. Like, even if they're smiling in your face, it doesn't mean anything, right? So if you're feeling something, your gut and your instinct is telling you otherwise, then you should follow that. Another thing I would recommend as a first-time mom is that if you have to cut some people off because they're toxic, or they're not serving you, or it's not doing anything for you as far as like, they're not uplifting you or putting a safe state of mind, then you do need to cut them off. Because once you become a mom, you become a whole different person. You will not, I promise you will not be the same person you were before you were a mom. After you become a mom, woof, I'm just telling you, it's a whole different ball game. So if you have to cut some people off just so you can focus and be in the right state of mind, so you can be the best mom that you can be, so be it. Everything changes. The way you used to act, the way you used to think, it's a whole mind shift once you become a mom. Another quick advice that I would give to a first-time mom is that don't lose yourself. Yes, you are a mom, but that doesn't mean that you have to basically, throw away like your activities, your hobbies, or the things you like to do. You can still do them. Of course, it'll be a little different because now you have a little one to care for, but you can still find ways to incorporate those hobbies and activities so you don't lose yourself and so you don't drive yourself crazy. You can still be who you are, but now you just who you are, but you're a mom now. Another thing that I realized after becoming a mom is that things that used to bother you before don't bother you after you become a mom, because something happens when you become a mom. Your priorities switch, your priorities change. Things that you used to make a big deal out of before, I'm telling you, it's just like, you're just like, whatever, man. Look, I got other things to worry about. I'm a mom now. I got a whole human being I gotta take care of, so I don't have time for the nonsense. I don't have time for the drama and all the toxic craziness. So you'll see that once you become a mom, you'll really filter out what you need to filter out just so you can focus on being a mom. The things I used to care about before I was a mom, oh my goodness, let me tell you something. You know what, I'm just like, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to fit time in to get things that I gotta get done, okay? Because I have a kid now, right? So I gotta find time, I gotta redirect my time, and I need to really be precious with my time so I can get things done. So I don't have time for the foolery. All that other stuff, I ain't got time for all of that. No, get somebody else to do it. Last but not least is, please do not let anyone pressure you into becoming a mom. Now, if you want to be one, look, do it because you want it, and don't do it because of somebody else. Don't become a mom because society told you to do this, or your family told you to do this, or your partner told you this. No. If you want to become a mom, do it because you truly want to become a mom. Because when I tell you, motherhood will be the most challenging thing you will ever face in your life, and it's very, very serious. This ain't no joke. Motherhood is no joke. So just make sure you're making the right decision. When it comes to motherhood, you change physically, mentally, spiritually. You basically, your whole being changes. Even with all the ups and downs, just motherhood it's a beautiful thing. All right, everyone, that is it. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, share this video for any first-time moms, and thanks for watching. Bye.